We need all of the attendants to please remain in your vehicles. When you do exit your vehicles, please make sure you are wearing your face mask. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to be getting going soon. I would like all graduates to please come to the front now. All graduates, and find your seat labeled with your name. All graduates, please come on down now and find your seat. For everybody in your cars, I'm going to talk to them for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to tell them what we're doing. So just relax and enjoy a nice day. All right, we're going to get going in 30 seconds, everybody. Here we go. Good morning to the class of 2020. We have finally arrived at this moment. First, we need to do a little test, though. To everyone in their cars, if you can hear me loud and clear through your radios, honk your horns to let me know. Larry, that means I'm paying you today. Oh, thank you. Now that we have taken care of that, let's begin. Welcome, graduates, family members, faculty, staff, Mr. Burt, Board of Education members, and Mrs. Sawchuk, who is representing the Board of Trustees this year. We have made it. The wonderful conclusion to the longest senior year in the history of the world. In order for us to be here today, there are many people who worked very hard. First and foremost are these seniors. Despite the upheaval of the entire world and school and life as they knew it, each of these seniors completed everything they needed to earn their diplomas. I know many of you had to negotiate many stressors and roadblocks to make it happen too. Next is our amazing faculty and staff who gave of themselves at unprecedented levels. The line between work time and personal time became insufferably blurred, and they were truly amazing this year. I would like to thank Mrs. Begay and Mrs. Sear, who have helped me lead this wonderful institution for all 4 years of these graduates' careers. With your help, we have navigated calm waters and waters that were not so calm. Mr. Burt, I appreciate your leadership, direction, and support. Board Chairman Mary Tomasi and the entire Board of Education, your selfless volunteer service to the children and community of Colchester is admirable. Thank you to Shannon Quadro and the entire project graduation team. You put on a great event for our kids the other night, and you were an immense support as we planned this graduation, including providing us with these beautiful balloon structures. Finally, to the parents, guardians, family members, and friends of the class of 2020, you should feel immense pride in the support and love you have shown to these young men and women. Your support helped each of them get to this point. I know nobody wants to hear me drone on for too long, so I'll keep my message to you short. Each of you has had a unique training through a series of extreme experiences. As a result, you are part of the most politically aware and involved generation since the 1960s. Your perspective on safety was stretched through a disturbing trend of violence in school, which is hopefully come and gone for good. National politics have become more intense and polarizing than any time I remember. Right now, our country is grappling with race relations, and everyone is struggling with how to live a normal, daily life safely. All of these extreme experiences have galvanized your mettle and taught you to take nothing for granted. Each has also taught you that the most important values continue to be respect, tolerance, and acceptance. Life goes on, and it won't always be this chaotic. Nobody knows this better than the class of 1970, who typically would have joined us today. When they were sitting at their high school graduation, their senior year included massive protests nationwide about the Vietnam War. The first ever Earth Day took place on April 22nd, and songs like War, Let It Be, and Bridge Over Troubled Waters became the soundtrack of a year that saw Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix die of drug overdoses. As a result of all this civil unrest, the voting age was officially lowered to age 18. Although the class of 1970 graduated high school in such a tumultuous time, they have gone on to live long, wonderful lives that weren't always so crazy. The same will be true for all of you. This too shall pass. Ernest Hemingway quoted in his famous book, The Old Man and the Sea, "Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with that there is." These words were never so true. You finished high school with what you had. We don't know what the next 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, or 10 years will look like. Be innovative, creative, and don't settle for your limitations. Whether it is entertaining yourself with a hobby or beginning your career, look for new ideas, not new roadblocks. Class of 20, I am so proud of you. Continue to be kind, respectful, and considerate of others. Continue to insist that our world does the same. It has been my honor to be your principal. Now let's get to show on the road, both figuratively and literally.
Could Damon Berger, Daniel Komorowski, and Mason Mascaro come to the front of the stage and join me in the salute to the flag?
Remember to actually want to rise, Nick.
Just like in the front of this, do they go in the front? Yeah, and all right, can you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You guys can sit down now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello? Can you hear me? I can't tell. Do I sound okay? Okay. Thank you. Hi everyone. My name's Ari. I'm the class of 2020 Salutatorian. I first wanted to thank everyone for being here, but I also wanted to thank everyone who made this graduation possible. In these circumstances, I think that a graduation like this is, well, it's rare. And especially on a beautiful day like this, I think we got pretty lucky. Congratulations. Graduating is a huge accomplishment, and we all made it. I think that nowadays, earning a diploma has become so common that the hard work behind it goes unacknowledged so frequently. The sheer volume of graduating seniors should not diminish each individual person's effort. Beyond simply congratulating you, I want to emphasize the importance of how we all got here. Looking at the graduates lined up on the sidewalk, we all kind of look the same. We wear the same caps and gowns, and even the same face masks today. Though this sense of unity is important, we are not all the same, and that should be celebrated. It shouldn't be masked. Over the past 4 years, we constructed our paths, yet none of us did it in the same way. They were paved by our different challenges, priorities, motivations, and values. Some of us worked hard in school because of the pressure from our families, while some of us succeeded with little family support. Some of us worked 40 hours a week on top of our schoolwork, while others barely managed to finish their homework because they had 3 away games that week. Some of us never enjoyed core classes, so we sought a creative outlet to dedicate our time to a club or to an extracurricular activity. Some of us may feel content with our high school experience, but some of us wish that we could redo it all. If these obstacles aren't daunting enough, we will never forget the great obstacle that was distance learning. Despite these challenges, we managed to get here. We went different ways, but we reached the same goal. We have proven that there is never a right way to do something. There's a danger in the perspective that there is only one way. Our world has a tendency to find discomfort in anything considered different, but we can break away from that. No path is superior. It can only be different. An orthodox path may expect you to study hard in school and have a life plan by the time that you graduate. I don't have a life plan. I don't even know what I want to study in college. But I know that that's okay. I'm not intimidated by others' journeys because I know that I have my whole life to figure mine out. I'm comforted by the fact that I can take a different approach and still be happy. We can all take different paths and still find happiness. I started my speech with a congratulations to you all for graduating. But if I can leave you with one thing, it's that we should go on to celebrate the walk that you took to this point. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Christian Bevilacqua, and these are the words of the appreciation of my own. From the start of my freshman year, I have often looked back on my middle school experience as an appreciative point of reference and a learning experience. For many students like myself, middle school is notorious for its sowing of our first awkward seeds of our current personalities. Many found budding friendships, doomed relationships, and unfolding interests. Not to discredit these insightful happenings, but for me, I was introduced to something a little more profound, and it blossomed from one of the most momentous experiences that I have ever had. It all started in Miss Aiello's 8th grade English class, where her emphasis on student growth and connection allowed for a meaningful bond between us. While the school year came to a close and we both were bound to leave, Miss Aiello handed me Malala Yousafzai's autobiography, in which she told me to read and run with. At first, I was confused. It was not until I picked up that book and read between the lines that I saw this was her push for me to see the power of education and its juxtaposition of promoting change in someone's life. The highlighted pages and scattered notes that littered my bedroom after reading Malala's story ignited a realization of my own potential. Malala's words of, "Let us pick up our books and our pens, they're the most powerful weapons," sparked my drive to use education as a revolutionary tool. With the advantageous inspiration I needed, I soon advocated for and became one of the first students to transfer to Bacon Academy. My senses enlivened when first introduced to the sandal and incense at Parkey's room. The worn Tibetan prayer flags colored canary yellow, scarlet, and deep indigo dazzled my eyes and became one of the first wonders to intrigue me. As soon as the Bhangra music started playing upon my first steps into my freshman geography class, I found solace away from home. Moving onward to my sophomore year, I knew I needed more. Like ink upon the skin, Parkey's teachings of Islamic calligraphy and the rich history of the Fertile Crescent soon became ingrained as one of my many fascinations. The syllabus of our Middle Eastern Studies class soon became the rave of every conversation I had and consumed my thoughts like intrinsic nature. Among the Jewish hymns and Persian poetry, cries of disorder and strife also became keystone factors that engrossed my attention. My mind raced with the headlines of Israel-Palestine conflict, the Yemeni war, the detainment of the Uyghur Muslims, where the pain of exile and the triumph of courage screamed for deliberation. The multitude of things that I learned in that classroom truly transformed my thoughts on the world and allowed me to see life beyond Connecticut. Frankly, I was hooked. Both in my studies and while at home, I found myself connecting the paramount global issues that I learned in Parkey's classes to everything I considered. Epiphany struck while gazing at the many maps consuming my bedroom walls that mirrored Parkey's humanities classroom. To many, a map's outlines of countries, territories, and cities look beautiful upon first glance. The truth is, though, that the rugged and unique boundary lines displayed on maps and globes show only an oversimplified perspective of the world that it depicts. It became clear that the knowledge of the world that many think they understand is actually misunderstood at large. A map's contrastingly colored border outlines of Myanmar and Bangladesh show abridged neighbors, but fails to address the adversity of the Rohingya refugee crisis. A map of the Americas shows the border of Texas and Mexico, but fails to show the separated families and children detained along the polluted Rio Grande. Disheartened yet enlightened, it became evident that my interests and passions needed to transition to action. I sat and thought about my gratitudes and the change I wanted to see in the world, and the solution was clear. My appreciation of educators, learning, and teaching was undoubtedly my vent for making social change. I recognize that, like many teachers, the job is not just lecturing and grading, but instead is a constant dedication to helping others. If I wanted to become anything like the teachers that inspired me, I knew I had to become an activist, dedicated leader, and staunch advocate like them. I took the lead and ran with every opportunity I had. I took every global studies class I could, became well-rounded on social issues and topics, and then embarked on my journey of getting involved in politics and teaching others. It was through talking to people of various backgrounds about their adversities, thoughts, and opinions that I exercised the knowledge that I accrued in the classroom to make worldly connections and help others. I've heard from multi-generational households scared about gun violence, African-American mothers afraid of their children being bullied and treated unfairly on the basis of the color of their skin, and local refugees fearful about the children their children may endure in school. Most notably, I learned that most felt their voices fade into the background at the hands of the public ignorance of the global community. I was angered yet energized. I knew I could raise my voice and use it to speak for those who could not. I see change unfolding before my eyes every day, whether that be through each and every global studies class Parkey teaches, Miss K's remarkable way of connecting algebra to the real world, or the lessons of morality in Casey's English class. Recognizably, teaching is my calling to raise my voice. Since my freshman year, Parkey has exclaimed, "Geography is destiny," meaning that our paths in life have been determined on a serendipitous chance of the country, race, class, and creed that we are born into. For me, my destiny was determined by my home in Norwich, the amazing mentors I had both in middle school and later at Bacon Academy. From here, I am inspired to continue my love for political activism and drive my life with my deepest appreciation and love for learning, teaching, and using my voice to educate the world around me. To me, silence is compliance. To quote Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you could use to change the world. I implore everyone here to follow these words, to read and run with them, and to make a change in the community around us. Pick up a global studies book, learn a language or explore a new religion, and take any opportunity you can to learn about the sweeping world around us. I promise you that your strides to educate, inspire, and empower yourself, your friends, family members, and even future students will have the velocity to change someone's life completely, just like mine. Thank you.
So many of you have told me your senior year was not what you expected. From a rainy and indoor first day celebration to school closure on March 13th, it has definitely been an unpredictable senior year. But what stands out to me about the class of 2020 is your resilience and determination despite the obstacles. Your collective success is exemplified and celebrated as you sit together as a class one final time. To those of you who needed a nudge from me to get to the finish line, I am glad we could work together to get the job done. Each one of you has finished this year much stronger than when we started, and for that you should be very proud. I wish each and every one of you every success in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Seniors, this is Mrs. Desereau with some great advice from 4 generations who happen to be my family members. First, from my 87-year-old mother. She says, don't let this year's pandemic stop you from following your dreams. You are the future, and I expect great things from you. My advice is to be forgiving. To forgive shows strength, not to forgive shows weakness. My son shares a quote from Lord Baden-Powell, the founder of Scouting. It is something to be good, but far better to do good things. Finally, when I asked my 8-year-old grandson what advice he could possibly give you, he said, "Grandma, that's easy. Keep up the good work and always be kind to others." Class of 2020, as you cross the Bacon Academy stage to your future, I will be crossing the stage to retirement in hopes to fulfill my dreams and adventures. I wish you all well in whatever the future holds for you.
While cleaning my classroom at the end of the school year, a quote which hangs on the wall caught my eye. It is credited to Jane Goodall, the famous primatologist. While my intent in posting the quote was environmentally focused, I realized the message had broader application. May you find some wisdom in these words as you enter a new phase in your lives. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of a difference you want to make.
Congratulations, 2020. It's Miss Hogan. Many of you are leaving Bacon with stories from freshman health that will be told for years to come. But think back to the amount of time that we spent assessing risk, because life is about risks, and there are so many coming your way that are worth taking. Trust your gut. What works for somebody else might not always work for you. You might have heard of the book, All I Really Need to Know, I Learned in Kindergarten. My favorite lesson from the author is this: when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. My hope for you is that you will make good choices, learn from your mistakes, and above all, be good people. The Bacon family is rooting for you. Congratulations and good luck.
To the class of 2020, your class has always had such positive energy, emphasis on energy. Your impact here at Bacon Academy has been felt, and now your class will go down in the history books. You are about to embark on the greatest journey, your own life. Such adventure. But have no fear. Always remember that the answer to some of life's toughest questions can be answered by a Beatles song. Here's one for you now. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Congratulations.
To the class of 2020, a class with a vision. It has been a pleasure to be your class advisor and your teacher. Now more than ever, having a vision is so important. A vision for yourself and the world you want to live in. Take some time and start envisioning what it is you want for your future, what changes you want to see in the world, what small ways you can impact the world positively, and what actions you're going to take to create those things. Don't let life just happen, but rather go out and make those things happen. Create goals, enlist support, continue learning, help others, be willing to admit your mistakes, and be ready to take your vision into the world and create the life and world you dream of. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes in all your future endeavors.
Good morning, class of 2020. This is your proud principal, Mr. Peel, with some final words to consider. They say, if life gives you lemons, at least it gave you something. Actually, I can't take credit for it. It was AJR that said that. There is a lot of truth in that statement, though. We are all given something to start with in life. It is just that, though, a start. Where it goes beyond that point is up to you. While you're doing that, there are still some old-timey words of advice that I've been yelling at you for the past 4 years that will help you get the most out of life. Take the earbuds out and engage with those around you. You never know who is sitting right next to you and how their story may intertwine with yours, now or in the future. By tuning out, you may miss some great opportunities for adventure, employment, or experiences. Be kind, tolerant, and patient with one another. We all have lemons, some have more, and some have less, but we all have some. Your chance encounter with them can affect their day. A friendly gesture could send them floating along, and a short, barbed snipe could put them in a mood. You do have the power to control those around you, and you should not take that power lightly. You already know how proud I am of all of you. Continue to make me proud, for this is your world to inherit. Treat it well, and it will return the favor.
In a moment, you will no longer be our students. You will have more expectations and challenges. You can choose to excel or purposely walk the wrong way and stop and shop. Figure out the issues and move on. Good luck dealing with change. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Some of you figured that out already. You are Bacon and part of history. You are unique. Although there are 3.5 million other high school graduates just like you. Go meet them, date them, work with them. Their unique story is also yours. Bring Bacon with you as you safely unmask yourself to the world.
Look around. Here you are, assembled for the last time in one place. Never again will you all be together. Perhaps one of the biggest lessons you've learned this year is that your whole life can change in a second. What did you learn from that? As you leave here today, remember that you've faced challenges before, failed before, and you kept going anyway. You might be nervous and scared. Go ahead and be nervous. Nervous is good. Nervous keeps our eyes open and our ears alert. But don't be scared. Find a way to do whatever makes you happy. It will make your life feel more complete. Admit it when you're wrong. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. If you don't understand, ask before it's too late. You are what you do, not what you say. No one cares what you could have been. Keep your word. Best of luck and congratulations, class of 2020.
We do not remember the days, we remember the moments. Think about that quote for a second. As we are sitting here in front of Bacon, we do not remember the past 18 years of your life like the dense pages of a novel. Rather, we remember them as a series of moments in time. The day you learned to tie your shoes. The first time you rode your bike without training wheels. Your first day of school at the academy. Look around you and remember that in this moment, you are taking your first steps into adulthood. Your first steps into the real world. Continue to challenge yourself, fail, reflect, and channel your energies to make this world a better place. You are needed now more than ever. Best wishes, much love, Mal.
Hello, graduating seniors of 2020. This is Mr. Norman. Polonius tells us that brevity is the soul of wit, so I shall be brief. I have just one message for you. It's a message from Hamlet, of course. Hamlet says, "The readiness is all." And for the last 3 months, you've proved that message. You've adapted, you've been flexible, you've even thrived in what could only be described as the most unusual of circumstances. And that's going to teach you a lesson for the rest of your life, that you never know what life is going to throw at you, and you have to be ready to change, to adapt, to be flexible. Congratulations, everybody. I'm proud of you. And in the words of Jerry Garcia, what a long, strange trip it's been. Please, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020, Farewell. This is a funny way to say goodbye. What farewell actually means is do or experience well. You are graduating in the midst of one of the most chaotic and uncertain times in the recent history of our nation, between the pandemic and societal unrest. With that in mind, on one hand, it seems difficult and insensitive to tell you to do well, but on the other hand, it feels appropriate, as there has rarely been as much opportunity to do well in the world. The ancient Greeks had a word for time called kairos, which refers to a proper and opportune time for action. You are graduating at what I truly believe is a kairos moment. The world is filled with problems, as your lives may well be. You have already shown resilience in getting through the pandemic and reaching graduation. Now the world awaits you with far bigger problems that go beyond you. What more proper and opportune time for action in becoming a part of the solution to whatever the world may face next? I suppose it is fitting, then, to tell you all to do well. I would wish you good luck, but I don't believe in it, and I do not believe that you need it. You have what you need to have gotten this far, and whatever you don't have, you will find or create along the way. So, class of 2020, goodbye, congratulations, and farewell.
So right now, my fellow class officers, Ryan, Bridget, and Veronica, would like to present the class gift. We have decided this year to donate many weather-resistant picnic tables for outdoor seating, for lunches, and stuff like that for future years. So that's the gift for this year. And we would also like to acknowledge the class of 2020 mentors. Thank you for everything you've done for us this year, the past 4 years. Acknowledge the class of 1970 that unfortunately couldn't make it here under these circumstances. And finally, we would like to acknowledge the Bacon Academy retirees, Mrs. Desiro, Mrs. Malcolm, Miss Cook, and Miss Bonin. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Voiland. I'm the class of 2020 Valedictorian. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here today, to our guests, the administrators and faculty, parents, and all of my classmates. And thank you to everyone who helped to make this moment the best that it can be for all of us. I'm going to begin with a few very short stories. The first one, I remember 4 years ago I walked into school my first day of freshman year, anticipating hazing and getting beaten up. But then I was presented with bouncy houses, hamster balls, and food trucks out in the parking lot. The second story, my junior year, I had walked onto the lacrosse field ready to play my heart out, but then instead ended up walking off 15 minutes later with an injury that cut most of my season out. Third story, we had all predicted that our senior year was going to get easier as it went on. But instead, I found myself staring at a computer screen at 1 a.m., trying to figure out how to finish most of my assignments without daily access to my teachers and communication. And finally, we had all built this idea in our head that the second half of senior year would be full of traditions, like assassins, senior trip, skip day. But instead, many of us get up too early or stay out too late working 30-hour weeks at our jobs. All of these stories have one thing in common, a message that we can all live by, and that's to expect the unexpected. People of all ages have thought about this for the longest time, because no matter what way you look at it, there's no way to anticipate all the possibilities that tomorrow can hold for us. Those of us who have played a sport have definitely heard our coaches say, play like it's your last game. In these sports, there's never a time we can't be ready for anything unexpected to happen. We can always extend this lesson to our school and work lives as well. Perhaps some of you had expectations for what this speech would focus on. It wouldn't surprise you at all to hear me speak of the virus and how our senior year was ruined, or a list of things that this pandemic took away from us. Well, I'm going to offer you some ideas you may not have expected. COVID actually gave us something. It didn't just take away things. Because of this pandemic, the class of 2020 has many stories to tell, some new traditions to honor. Did any of you ever really think that your favorite spot to hang out would be the parking lot in front of your high school because you missed your friends so much? First, the car circles with friends just to hang out or to surprise teachers for Appreciation Week. Second, birthday parades with signs instead of birthday parties. But the thing is, these are the little things that we're all going to remember. I personally didn't have the luxury of having a birthday during the past few months. But truthfully, I'm sure if you had asked anyone who did, they would say that this is going to be one of the most memorable birthdays they've ever had. Because of the virus, we've grown to be dependent on ourselves, to live and rely with ourselves. This virus can try and take away what we've looked forward to, but that doesn't have any effect on who we are. We're closer than we've all ever been before. When I was a freshman, I won't lie to you, I used to think that all the Bacon Academy family talk was a bit of an exaggeration. But here I am before you in the wake of a pandemic, telling you all that this situation we're a part of has brought us all together rather than tear us apart. Today was one of those days where originally we all expected the same thing, but instead got something a bit more out of the ordinary: masks, social distancing, cars filling the parking lots. But all of us can look at this and realize that it had never crossed our minds. This is where the idea of expecting the unexpected comes in. Flexibility is always the key. If we can stay ready for anything, life will treat us well. And to the class of 2020 as a whole, thank you for staying as flexible as you all have, and for that you all deserve the best, and that is something that we can't expect. Thank you.
One quick second. Class of 2020, I invite you to stand up, close your programs, look at the back, and join us in singing our alma mater, Baconia.
We take our mask off. Baconia, we hail thee, to thee we will sing. The best that we have as a tribute we'll bring. Oh, proudly we'll own thee wherever we go. Thy greatness and glory we always will show. For thou art our mother, instructor of arts, and each of thy children of thee claims a part. Baconia, we love thee, to thee we will sing. In summer and autumn, in winter and spring, Baconia, our mater, forever shall stand. The fairest, the dearest, the best in our land. Of thee have we learned to be noble and true, deep problems to conquer, our duty to do. And oh, all the joy and the fun we have met in thy beloved halls we to thee we will sing. In summer and autumn, in winter and spring.
Bring the house down, Mary.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Colchester Board of Education, I bring you greetings and salutations. Class of 2020, you made it. And what a year you have had. Did you ever think that when you started your senior year at Bacon Academy, life would be turned upside down? Your learning journey from kindergarten through high school brought you to this point in time, graduation. Graduation is a culmination of all that you have learned and experienced from kindergarten to grade 12. Use that knowledge and learn to create a better world. You probably remember when you first began your learning journey in kindergarten, you may have been tentative and a bit apprehensive, looking to your teachers and parents. You received encouragement and support, and almost always a smile, indicating you are a unique individual ready for the challenges that lay ahead, and it's okay to make a mistake. Parents, the Colchester Board of Education thanks you for entrusting your children's education to us. You are a very large part of your children's success. Graduates, you have done well. Persevere, encourage, and support each other. And yes, challenge yourself to continue the learning journey that lies ahead. You are on your way. Live your lives to the fullest. You made it. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Good morning. Welcome board members, colleagues, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2020. My name is Jeffrey Burt, and I have the honor and privilege of being the superintendent of Colchester Public Schools. I will keep my comments brief, as this will be a long morning, and even though I'm cooking a little bit up here in my black robe, I can't imagine what's happening in the cars out there. So I will try to keep this short. Firstly, I would like to thank Mr. Peel and everyone who helped put this event together. We had a lot of discussions over the weeks and months of how to get this event together, and the priority was to have the class together for one last time. And I want to thank everyone who made that possible. I also wanted to echo Mr. Peel's comments on our staff, our students, and all the families sitting out in those cars to help us get through these difficult times and to have a successful end to our 2020 school year. This ceremony, like many events of the past few months, is a surreal event, and I'm hoping that this will be my last and only speech to a parking lot. It is indeed odd. We are all sitting here with masks on. I want to thank Mr. Watson, who's coming up, for those who can't see, in between every speech to wipe down the podium. And I also am fascinated by these glorious outhouses that we seem to have around the parking lot. It is truly, and yes, we all appreciate that. It is truly a surreal event. But this is just another example of the need of flexibility, creativity, and innovation that we must rely on in these difficult times. Indeed, we have been challenged over the past few months with events that left us, many of us, feeling hopeless or helpless, myself included. So my very brief advice to the class of 2020 is this. Even in times that seem hopeless, and it seems that systems and events are aligned against you, you still have the power to make a difference and to change. At the very minimum, you can change your actions, such as social distancing, wearing a mask, washing your hands, and yes, walking the right way down the Stop and Shop aisle. We have seen what happens when individuals choose not to follow these actions, these just and right actions, and we're seeing the impact of that in other states. We can also see the impact if you make a determination individually of how you will respond to social injustice. As we have seen over the past few months, you can make a difference. You can make choices. You can act. And you can help others. And that will make a difference, not just for yourself, but for someone else as well as the community as a whole. So again, my advice to you is you have power over your destiny. Class of 2020, I wish you best of luck in whatever the next chapter in life brings. Congratulations, and thank you. At this point, I invite Ms. Tomasi, Chair of the Board of Education, up to certify the class. Ms. Tomasi, I certify that these members of the class of 2020 have met the graduation requirements approved by the Colchester Board of Education for a Bacon Academy diploma.
On behalf of the Colchester Board of Education, I accept these seniors whom you have certified to have met the requirements for graduation.
Congratulations.
Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Zone 1, you may begin under Ms. Hogan's guidance to filter down. At this point, a couple of instructions for everyone. We've set up an intricate system to allow every family an opportunity to take their own photo of a graduate on stage. We will also have a Life Touch photographer taking professional photo at this point as well. In order to keep the line moving so that we can go home quickly, we need to keep an order very careful. The car will pull in first, then we will call the graduate. As soon as the graduate has had their photo, the car will pull away first, then the graduate will cross over, and we'll get the next vehicle going. We have to keep the motion going, so after you get your photo of your graduate, please move back to your parking spot. The wonderful Mr. Jewell will be here to help you do that, so just follow his guide. So I see Zone 1 filing down. Mrs. Begay is getting the diplomas ready. Bridget, I invite you to come on stage. At this time, if anybody's in their vehicle, even if you're not in Zone 1 and you feel the need, health-wise, to start your vehicle, get your AC going, you may turn your vehicle on to start your AC if you would like to. I had a mask, so I think you're good, Bridget. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to read all the names?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
She's reading a quarter of them, Larry.
Okay.
Hold on one second, Bridget.
That's fine.
Hold on one second. So, Lindsay's row, come on, guys. Lindsay's row, step up. So, I think we're ready.
Okay. Lindsay Nicole Amor.
Stand on the X, Lindsay, and smile for your family.
I can take off my mask?
Yes. Yes, you may. Oh, yeah. I've never been so thankful to be in a photograph in my life. So now, yep, you can go on down. Yep.
Congratulations.
And then wait for Mr. Jewell to give you the cue. And there's 2 vehicles, so.
Okay.
And Mr. Jewell will tell you.
Cyrus Chandler Anelli.
Boy, right on the X, Cyrus. Face. Yep.
Done?
Yep.
All right.
Boy. And you just walk on either side of your vehicle. And you can go and do the next one, Bridget. They have 2 people. So.
Okay.
Oh, Lindsay, go ahead.
Nicholas Gaetano Anelli.
Right on the X, Nick, and smile at your family.
You almost on the picture, so
there you go.
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Nick. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, Nick. Mr. Jewell will protect you. Go ahead.
Okay. Christina Nicole Antilla.
Atta girl, Christina.
Stop. Congratulations.
Hey, go ahead, Christina. All right, we gotta move. Not you, Bridget. We gotta move fast, otherwise
Yes.
we'll be here till 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna pass out in a minute.
Keep them moving, Mr. Jewell. All right, go ahead, Bridget.
Caitlin Emily Ash.
Congratulations, Kate.
Girl.
Thank you. You see my pictures plastered all over the place.
He's gotta let
Yeah,
those cars
yeah,
pull
Mr.
up.
Jewell, we might have the car pull up and just keep them on the side, just so we keep it moving. Just watch the graduate have the car pull up. Just because it's going slow, that's all. All right, go ahead.
Jaden Belaski.
Yeah, I'll be your cue, Bridget.
Okay.
Mr. Jewell's got enough to worry about.
Congratulations.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Sean Edward Baldiga.
Little boy, Sean.
Best name here?
We're in the X, bud.
Oh, okay.
X.
All right.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
bud.
Allison June Banning.
Congratulations, Allison.
Atta girl, Allison. Right there on the X. Yep.
Ah, breeze.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I know.
Delaney Maxine Bassett. Addison Mary Belcamino.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Amber Bernard.
Wait a second, and then
Hannah Rose Benoit.
Atta girl, Hannah. And then we're going to read Victoria's name off. She's not here right now.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Victoria Beatrice Benoit. Gabriella S. Best.
Oh my God. Could we have done it a smaller font for you? Are you kidding? Good thing you have... Oh, Gabby, right on the X. Here, kiddo. Over here, right on the X. There you go. Atta girl, Gabby.
Congratulations.
Emily Betts.
Yes, it is.
Emily, congratulations.
Congratulations, kiddo. Right on the X. Smile proud. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my God. They got a fat head for Riley. Riley, that looks like you.
Who is that person?
Riley Jade Borsari.
Congratulations, Riley.
Oh, even the baby made it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Omni Rose Bova.
Congratulations, Omni.
Congratulations.
Right on the X, kiddo. You can take your mask off if you'd like. Congratulations, kiddo.
Thank you. Alyssa Lynn Brown.
Alyssa, congratulations.
Congratulations, kiddo. Perfect. Nice job. Congratulations.
Connor Nicholas Brown.
My boy, Connor.
Congratulations, Connor.
Connor, did you, or on the X, did you enlist and we missed it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you at the end. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
Leah Mackenzie Brown.
Now we're getting the floor. I need to take a few cards.
Congratulations, Leah.
Right on the X, kiddo. Congratulations. Nice job, kiddo.
Congratulations.
Myra Rosalie Brown.
Nice job, kiddo. Right on the X. Perfect. Yep, perfect.
Cool. Thank you. Congratulations, Myra. I like the cap. Damon Michael Berger.
Our boy Damon, right on the X, big guy.
Congratulations, Damon.
Dave. I'm proud of you, bud. Oh boy. Oh, we'll do it. We'll jump right in.
Mr. Peel.
I know.
We're gonna get excited now.
I am. Damn it.
Skylar Berzicki.
We have her watching. That's the best we got right on the X, Skylar. Right, there you go, kiddo. Nice job.
Congratulations.
Now that I'm getting my beach tan.
Ah, there you go.
Over there.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't even think to put sunblock on. I'm just getting over a bad sunburn. Oy. I know.
Nathan Michael Byrne.
You gotta stand right on the X button. Smile proud. Awesome. Nice job, Nathan. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sierra Mackenzie Karen.
Right on the X, get up. Perfect. It's your job to embarrass you. You can go ahead, Sierra.
James Corrado Casarino.
If they don't take their mask off at the steps, go ahead and tell them to take it off if they want. Nice job, Jimmy.
Congratulations, guys.
That'll just save time instead of fumbling once they get here.
Jake Cavallo.
Congratulations, Jake.
Right on the X, big guy. Perfect. Nice job, bud. Congrats.
Congratulations.
James Paul Charland. Theodore Royal Chesnes.
Congratulations.
Right on the X, Ted. There you go, bud. Perfect. That's why we put an X. Perfect. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Annalise Maria Ciarcia.
And then right on the X on it. Ani.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, kiddo.
I like your hair.
These kids are tall.
Yeah.
Cole Matthew Simbaro.
Atta boy, Cole. Right there, and then right on the X button. Smile proud.
I love you, Mommy!
Congratulations, bud.
What a good boy.
Oh, he made her, look, he made her cry.
Yes.
He made her cry. He knew what he was doing.
Anastasia Cintron.
Grab your diploma, and then right on the X. Smile big.
Anastasia.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do that before.
No.
Gabriel West Collin.
All right, Gabe. Right on the X, bud. Perfect. Awesome. Nice job, Gabe.
Congratulations.
Amy Elizabeth Collins.
Right on the X right here, Amy. Perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Emily Dorothy Cowan.
Right on the X, Emily. Yeah.
Good job.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Come on.
Isabella Kathleen Kroll.
Congratulations, Bella. Right on the X, kiddo, and smile proud. Awesome, kiddo.
Yay, Bella.
Congratulations.
Hey, you guys wouldn't approve.
Rashawn Crump.
Oh, Rashawn. Right there, Rashawn.
Getting taller every year.
Rashawn was that big as a freshman. No,
Oh.
no front leap.
Yeah, we don't either. Congratulations.
Ethan Kyle Quadro.
Right on the X. Thank you. Smile big, big guy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, hey.
Good.
Jackson Edward Cushing.
Right on the X, big guy. Awesome. Nice job, Jackson. Congratulations, bud.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Morgan Joy Darling.
Yay, Morgan.
Congratulations, Morgan.
Right on the X, kiddo. Nice job, kiddo.
Thank you.
Kyle Michael Danker.
Hey, Kyle. Right on the X, big guy. Nice job, bud.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Hayden Lewis Dubio.
Attaboy, Hayden. Hayden, you're going to be right on the X, bud. Perfect. Smile big. You're good, bud. Nice job, Hayden. Congratulations. You're going to go down and across the street. eyesight's good, Ryan.
Yeah, jeez. All right.
I don't know who
All right.
printed those.
Larea Duncan.
You got the diploma? And then right on the X. Over here, Larea. Right on the X, kiddo. There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Boy, it sounds like a prison term.
Amber Duperry.
Okay, hold on. I think we might have gone a little early, Ryan. Hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
On the X.
On the X.
There you go. Get one more good one right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Loretta's family was not down here, and I know what they're doing. Okay. And then wait till I'll give you the cue, Ryan. All right, go ahead.
Sanaa Farrell.
And there's actually going to be 2 in a row, so they're going to stay for Shanti's film.
Yeah.
And right on the X, Sanaa. Perfect, kiddo. Smile proud. Yes? Shanti's not right after?
Ashanti McDonald.
1 second. Perfect. Ashanti, right here on the X, kiddo. Smile proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job, kiddo. Congratulations. So we're going to wait a second, Rob. We got to get 2 cars out first.
Yeah.
Making me sweat over here.
Got the black robes. It's tough.
No, not in order. No, they weren't in order.
Uh-oh.
I was digging.
Go ahead, Ashanti.
And Mr. Peel, the list that I brought, if they need a bigger typeface, is underneath on the
Okay.
shelf.
All right.
And it is your order.
Ryan's got good eyes. All right, go ahead.
Christopher Michael Felix.
Congratulations.
Right on the X? Right there.
Good job, Chris.
All right, nice job, Chris. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Chris. Congratulations. All right, there's somebody in the audience watching.
That'll go on my evaluation. I know it will.
They're in the porta potty.
Where's the? Yep.
Jacob Matthew Figueroa.
Our boy Vic. Oh, you got some new lines just for graduation. I see it right on the X. Yep. She took 47. Congrats, Vic. Cross the crosswalk, Vic. Go ahead, Ryan.
Riley James Fitzsimmons.
You grab the diploma and then right on the X button. Perfect. We'll be hiring you as our electrician in the future.
Yeah.
Good job, Riley.
Find about that. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
100, is that what you said?
Yeah. And go.
Kyle William Foley.
That boy Kyle, grab the diploma. And then you're going to put your foot right on the X there and smile proud.
Who invented a 26-letter alphabet?
Nice job, Kyle. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Hold on. Don't read yet.
Don't read yet.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Valerie Brooke Ford.
Valerie, congratulations.
And right on the X here, kiddo. Smile proud.
Is there any other way to smile than proud?
Congratulations.
How are they all out of order?
I'm getting you guys these next year.
Slippery little buggers.
Thought we
They're in the
oh.
top.
couple slipped out of my hand because I tried to grab too many.
Oh, gotcha.
Luke Jonathan Fox.
Congratulations, Luke.
Right on the X, Luke.
Good job, Luke.
Nice job. Congratulations, bud.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Future engineer. Right across the crosswalk, bud.
Emery Kaylin Francis.
Hey, Emery.
Congratulations.
Right on the X, kiddo. Good job, kiddo.
Good job.
Yeah, so you got the timing now, right, Ryan? As soon as that car stops. The last of the freezes.
Ryan Keith Freeze.
Grab your diploma and then right on the X, Ryan. Perfect.
There. Yes, good.
That feels good.
Yeah.
And you're good. Nice job, Ryan.
Good job, man.
Congrats, bud. Well, Claire and her fat head.
Where?
Yep.
Claire Amelia Galarno.
Good girl, Claire. Right on the X. If you want any volleyball lessons, you can come back.
Good job, Claire. Megan Gallagher.
And then right on the X. Perfect, kiddo. Congratulations, man. You go right across the crosswalk. I love the bow tie, Aiden. Always a sharp one.
Aiden Daniel Gallagher.
And right on the X, Aiden. There you go.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
It's fitting of Aiden.
I like that.
Works well. Hold on, Kelsey. No?
Last minute, like everything I've done.
Kelsey Gallant.
Yay, Kels. Kels right here on the X. Perfect. Nice job, kiddo.
Good job, Kelsey.
Congratulations.
What letter are we on? G.
Go ahead, Kelsey.
Terrell Lee Gardner.
Right on the X, Terrell. Terrell, where's the barbecue? Huh? Where are the wings? Usually when your family shows, I eat well.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations, bud.
Andrew Joseph Gatesman.
Andrew, right on the X, bud. Nice job, bud. Congrats, big guy.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, I owe you a lot.
It's a good car choice.
Hey, Western Union.
Bailey Emma Gilbert.
And then right on the X, kiddo. Perfect. Smile big. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
They asked me if they can rent the van. It's as long as it's a regular size van. It's in a parking spot. Right?
Marley Jane Gill.
Grab the diploma and then right on the X, kiddo. Perfect. Congratulations.
Coastal Carolina, nice.
Nyla Gilserda.
Right there, Nyla. Right on the X, kiddo. Big smile.
That it?
Yep.
Where do you go?
That way.
To the right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Abigail Noel Glover.
And right on the X, kiddo. Congratulations.
Thank
you.
Really weird camera.
Hmm?
Really weird camera.
Yeah.
Ariana Lori Golias.
Right on the X. Perfect.
Thank you,
Nice
guys.
job, kiddo.
Congratulations.
Christian Felipe Gonzalez.
Attaboy, Christian. Right there, and then right on the X. Awesome. You know it's a good graduation when Baden Powell's quoted Christian. Oh, yeah. He's an Eagle Scout.
Oh, you lost again, Mr. Gay.
Ryan Heath Graffin.
Congratulations.
Right on the X, Ryan. Right, what? Perfect. Nice. Congratulations, bud. Good. Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congrats, man. Tyler Ian Godelski.
Oh, he got his haircut. Oh, my God. That's awesome. Right there on the X, bud. Perfect. You look great, man.
Congrats.
Congrats, Tyler.
Congratulations.
Maria Noel Guerreri.
Hey, Maria.
Congratulations.
There, and then on the X right here, kiddo. There you go. Awesome. They can watch us in Denmark, too, because it's live.
Melissa Chesborough Hackworth.
Yeah, as long as they don't bring anything with them.
Congratulations, Melissa.
Right on the X, kiddo. Perfect.
Popping the balloons.
Perfect. Is that Amy
Congrats.
D'Amico?
Thank you.
I knew I shouldn't have sat her next to the balloons. What? Are they starting to pop?
Yeah, I just heard another one.
Wow. Maybe it is.
Julia Elizabeth Hall.
Yeah, Julia. And then right on the X, kiddo. Nice job, kiddo.
Congratulations.
Feels so good, man.
Casey Thomas Hart.
That's really Casey. Right there, and then right on the X button. Smile big. You made it on Bridget's Instagram now. There you go.
Nice.
Congratulations, Casey. Thank you.
Emily Elizabeth Heald.
Congratulations, Emily. Right on the X, kiddo. How many Jeeps do you have in your family? Nice job.
Congrats.
I like the blue one more.
What
Wow.
are those people doing over there I should know about?
Now it's Jessica.
Yeah.
I want names.
Deirdre Morgaine Higgins.
Right there, Deirdre. And then right on the X right here, kiddo. Just smile big. Awesome. Congratulations, Deirdre.
Congrats.
Don't take a picture if I pass out. That'll be yeah, document.
If I pass out, she will.
Riley Marie Hightower.
Okay, Riley, grab the diploma. And then right here on the X, kiddo. Perfect. Awesome. Congratulations, kiddo.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Come on, man. Let's go. You're holding up the line.
Someone should have been air conditioning behind these masks.
Yeah.
Crystal Mary Hines.
Hey, Crystal. Right there. And then right on the X. Perfect.
Well, at least when
Congratulations,
I go home,
Crystal.
you.
I go home, I lost 10 pounds.
There you go.
Just keep the weight off.
Did hot yoga.
Yeah.
Amzie Robert Hinckley.
Yeah, Andrew. Lord, you got bigger during COVID.
I tell you, these
Right
kids
there.
are taller than last year.
I gotta move over. They can't see me. Jeez, Amzie. Thor
Congrats.
now.
Yep.
Holy moly.
It's over soon.
Must have put on 20 pounds since March. All muscle. Compared to that, we all are. Yeah.
Kayla Hinman.
Right there, kiddo. Grab your diploma. And then right on the X right here, kiddo. Perfect. Congratulations, Kayla.
Congratulations.
Hannah Marie Holmes.
Yeah, right there. And then right on the X, kiddo.
Go Owls! Hoot hoot! Good luck to you,
Congratulations,
Hannah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's my alma mater.
Is it? I can
Yes.
tell.
Julia Osana Horlitz.
Yay.
Congratulations,
There.
Julia.
And then right on the X, Julia, and smile big.
Butchered my
Congratulations.
last my middle name.
I know.
Ryan, you can read Kayla Hunt. She's not here.
All right, Kayla Hunt. Nicholas Stephen Janis.
Yeah, Nick.
I see you
Right there.
again.
And right on the X.
Congratulations.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Good luck.
Dude.
Haley Jones.
Yay, Haley. Right there, grab your diploma. And then right on the X, kiddo. Smile big. Perfect. Nice job, Haley.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Daniel Robert Komorowski.
Yay again.
Congratulations.
Right on the
Dan.
X, bud. Perfect. Nice Nice job, Dylan. Congratulations, bud. Be safe.
Okay. They're so small.
Right after Komorowski.
I'm looking for it. Isabella Magdalena Korzak.
Yay, right on the X, kiddo. Smile big. Perfect. Nice job, Izzy.
Congratulations.
So Veronica, the timing is as soon as the car stops.
Okay. Dylan Ryan Crepsio.
Yeah, Dylan. Right there. Grab your diploma. Earn. Right there on the X. Smile big. Perfect. Congratulations, Dylan.
Oh no, son.
Kira Elizabeth Kress.
What is Miss Dimmick going to do without you? Right there on the X, Kira. Nice job. Congratulations, Kira.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Ethan Lawrence Kunst.
Yeah, Ethan. Right there. Grab your diploma, Ethan. Yep. Yep, we got it. And then you put it right, you stand right on the X. Stand right on the X and hold the diploma up and smile.
There you go.
Perfect. Hold it up just like this. There you go, just like that. And then smile. Yep. We fill it after. Nice job. Now you're going to go this way, bud, and then you're going to cross the crosswalk. Watch Mr. Jewell. He'll tell you when to come. So Ethan, you're going to go over here and then stand right at the crosswalk till Mr. Jewell waves you over.
Elizabeth Ladegard.
All right, Lizzie. Right there, kiddo. And then right on the X. Congratulations, kiddo. You're good. Nice job, Lizzie.
Jeff, can you tell Matt that Tori Benoit is here? Victoria Benoit is here.
Awesome.
There you go.
Great.
Kaya Juliet Blue Lapointe.
But we knew ahead of time it would happen. Right there on the X, Blue. Perfect. Nice job, Blue. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Can you help find Victoria Benoit? She's here. We'll give her at the end.
I think there's two
There's
cars.
gonna be two cars, yeah. So we'll do two names.
Okay.
As soon as Mr. Jewell stops him. Good.
Cassidy LaSaracina.
Right on the X, kiddo. Smile big.
Right at the end. Mr. Peel.
Perfect, Cass. Nice job, kiddo.
When are we calling?
Luke Christopher LaSaracina.
Boy, Luke. And then right on the X. Over here, Luke. Right on the X.
I think we're snagged over there.
Yeah, there's two vehicles. Perfect. All right, Luke. Nice job, bud.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
It's a big family, so they're watching them both.
Oh, watching. Hot enough.
Owen Locke Lavender.
Owen, right here on the X button.
No, just stand on the X.
Perfect. You go that way and then cross one.
Thank you very
Congratulations,
much.
Owen.
Thank you very much.
Which one? Oh, I gotta bend over. I'm gonna pass over.
Rachel Erin Lebezak.
Congratulations, Rachel. Right on the X, kiddo? Perfect. Nice job. Congrats.
Congratulations.
He gave you the heavy camera.
Emery Lewis.
Good boy, Emery. Grab the diploma and then right on this X. Smile big. Perfect. Nice job, bud. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done, Emery.
That's not safe.
Jameson Maeve Lombardi.
Right on the X. Right on the X, Jamie. Congratulations. Nice job, Jamie.
Thank
Hope your mom
you.
doesn't fall out.
I know. Thank you. Congratulations.
No responsibilities there. No liability.
I stated it was
Astrid Louise Lorenzen.
And right on the X, Astrid. Perfect.
Oh.
Nice job, Astrid.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy Dominic Lutzy.
You need a water? Jeremy, right here on the X button.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Congratulations.
Thank
Jeremy.
you.
We love you. Yeah.
Christian Marinaccio.
Congratulations.
Grab your diploma, Christian, then right on the X button. Perfect.
Just hold it up.
Yep, smile big. Nice job. Now you're gonna go down and cross the crosswalk.
Well done. Congratulations.
Mason Peter Mascaro. Erin Elizabeth Matthew.
Aaron, right on the X, get up. Nice job. Congratulations, Aaron.
Kaylee Lynn Maynard.
How'd it go, Kaylee? Right on the X?
Thank you.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Did the triplets only have one car?
Yes.
Okay. Bridget Emily McIntyre.
Right on the X, Bridget.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bridget.
Claire Elizabeth McIntyre.
Right on the X, Claire. Congratulations, Claire. Take a seat next to your sister.
Ellen Abigail McIntyre.
Right there, and then right on the X, Ellen. Perfect. triplets followed by twins.
Evan David Merchant.
Oh, right on the X here. Right there. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Nope. This way.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
That's all right, Evan.
Morgan Joanne Merchant.
Yay, Morgan. Right on the X, kiddo. Perfect. Oh, your brother.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
It's okay.
on his behalf.
All right.
Aubrey Lane Merrill.
Yay, Aubrey. Right there, perfect, kiddo. All right, kiddo. Perfect, nice job. Oh, did I just see it?
Leah Migliaccio.
Right on the X, Leah. Perfect. Right there. Kiddo, and you're going to cross. Mr. Jewell will help you. Right here in the head. Would you expect anything different this year?
Michael Rodney Morgan.
Boy, Michael, right on the X, bud. And smile proud for your mom. Nice job, bud. I'm proud of you.
Jules Elizabeth Myers.
Right on the X over here, Jules. It's the best photo spot for you. Perfect.
Thank you.
Nice job, Jules.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Christos Natstis.
Attaboy. Right on the X, Christos. Give your mom the smiles you know she wants. Attaboy. Congratulations, Christos. Never doubted you.
Vivian Nguyen.
Yeah, right on the X here, Vivian. Perfect. Nice job, Vivian. Congratulations.
Evan Michael Olesnovich.
Right on the X here. Perfect. Nice job, Evan.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Is he paying you for this? Congratulations.
We don't know yet.
Abby Marie Andres.
And then we get the head of the camera. Perfect. Abby, right on the X, kiddo. Perfect.
Good?
Excellent. Yep. Nice job, Abby.
Jordan Ouellette. Rachel June Parley.
Right there. And then Rachel, right on the X. Smile big. All right, now you get to go home with them.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Reese Patry.
There we go, Reese. Right here on the X, bud. Smile perfect. You deserve it. Proud of you, bud. You can go ahead.
Oh. Amaya Isabel Pedraza.
Right on the X, Maya. Perfect, kiddo. Congratulations, Maya.
Evelina Picano. Tyler Pillow.
Grab your diploma, Tyler, and then you're going to be right on the X. Perfect. Nice job, Tyler. Congrats. Your mom and dad are going to scream, Jack. You know that.
That's happening.
Jack Pinot.
Jack, right here on the X. Smile big. Perfect. Congratulations.
Never had a doubt.
Never one. Maybe one. Not one.
Maddox Riley Pingree.
Right on the X here, Maddox. Perfect, bud. Perfect.
Congratulations.
Nice job, Maddox.
Thank you.
Congrats, bud. Probably. Knowing Jack.
Nadia Isabel Plouffe.
Right there, and then right on this X, Nadia. Perfect. Perfect. Right there, and you'll cross crosswalk. Congratulations.
Ethan Richard Putzer.
All right, Ethan. Right there, and then right on the X, bud. I got him over for you, so you can see me. Nice job. Congratulations. Thank you.
Should I just go now if she's not here?
For who?
Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea Lynn Pugh.
You know how we're doing this, Nick?
Oh my gosh.
As soon as the car yeah. As soon as the car stops, you call the name. Yep.
So, Carly Putnam.
So right on the X, Carly. Perfect. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations, Carly. So basically, Nick, as soon as that car stops, you call the name.
Got it.
And I'll also give you some cues.
Mm-hmm. Vimarsh Manoj Kumar Rana.
Nice. You practiced. You marched right there, bud. Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Attaboy.
Nice job, Nick. Yeah, that was good.
Family appreciated that. Trust me. Crosswalk, we marched. You'll go in front of the car.
Cassidy Amber Rapuano.
Yay, Cassidy. Grab your diploma and then right on the X. Congratulations. Nice job,
Thank
kiddo.
you so much.
Congratulations.
Sean Eric Reading.
Right on the X there, bud. Right this way, Sean. Nice job, bud.
Well done. Congratulations.
Luke Jackson Reynolds.
Luke, right here on the X, bud. Perfect. I might have to get those shoes from you.
Matthew James Reynolds.
Right on the X. Perfect.
Joseph Peyton Ringett.
Nice, Joe. Grab the diploma. And then Joe, you'll be right on the X. Big smile. Nice job. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
Adam John Rochette.
Right on the X, Adam.
Good thing I wore my contacts today. I usually don't wear them.
Nice job, Adam.
Thank you.
Natalie Roland Issa.
Atta girl, Natalie. Right there. COVID's making me fix that drywall.
Really?
It's COVID though.
You need a picture of it.
Huh?
You need a picture of
Watch
it.
out. I do. I'll take one.
Catherine Grace Rowlands.
Go ahead, Natalie. We're in the exit.
All right, thank you.
Perfect. Kid.
Davin Edward Roy.
Right on the X, Davin. Right here, bud. Perfect. Congratulations, Davin. Thank you.
Camille Alexandra Running.
Yay, Camille. Right there, and then right on the X here. Perfect. Congratulations, Camille. What? Really? I call that.
Amy Elizabeth Sakzawa.
I was surprised to see you here. Come back in 6 months, we'll shake hands. Right there on the X.
Now we're ready. I go down there?
And then the crosswalk.
Bye, guys.
Congratulations, Amy.
Thank you. She's like, bye, guys. Congratulations.
Caden Elise Sargent.
Yay, Kaden. Right there on the X, kiddo. Congratulations, Kaden. Oh, here we go. This is why I got up this morning at 4 o'clock. Right here. This moment.
Thomas Robert Shellito.
Grab it, Thomas, right there on the X, smile big.
Morgan Shoemaker.
All right, Morgan. Right there, and then right on the X, kiddo. Congratulations. And then right across the crosswalk.
Well done. Congratulations.
Lucas Richard Slomsky.
Boy, Lucas. Right there, and then on the X. Nice job. Thank you. Nick, after you call off Zacchaeus, stay there for a second. We have one addition at the end.
Okay.
Well, I got to find Victoria Benoit's name. Just
Got it. Joseph Thomas Staley Sisk.
Yeah, Joe. Right there, grab the diploma. And then give you right on the X. Smile big. Nice job, Joe. Thank you. Congratulations. Now you're going to go off there and then right across the crosswalk.
Darian Corey Stankina.
Right on the X there. Smile big. Nice job, bud.
Thank you.
Right across the crosswalk.
Well done. Congratulations.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Aubrey Alina Standish.
Aubrey, right over here, kiddo. Aubrey, right on this X. Perfect. Congratulations, Aubrey.
Congratulations. Well done.
Caroline Brooke Stanton.
All right, Caroline. Right there, and then right on the X. Oh my gosh, no glasses. I don't even recognize you.
Congrats. Well done. Congratulations.
We're getting there, yeah. Close. We're gonna do it.
Cameron Page Stewart.
All right, Cameron. There you go, Cammy. Right here on the X. Perfect. Nice job.
Well done. Congratulations.
Caitlin Mary Sweat.
Perfect. Right on the X, kid. Nice job, kid. Get it? Is Lucas in the back seat heckling you?
Jackson Lewis Sylvester.
All right, Jackson. There, and then right on the X. Right on the X. Smile right at Lucas. You're good, Jackson. Congratulations, bud. COVID.
Nicholas Talbot.
Good boy, Nick. Right on the X over here, Nick. Perfect. Congratulations, Nick. Thank you.
Nicholas Andrew Tiziani.
Right on the X over here, Nick. Congratulations, Nick.
Thank you.
Down and across the crosswalk.
Jade Gracie Totten.
All right, Jade, grab the diploma, and you'll be right on the X right here. Congratulations, Jade.
Thank
So
you.
you go down and then the crosswalk.
Jillian Marie Trott.
Grab that, and right on the X, Jill. Perfect. Congratulations, Jillian.
Thank
Go down
you.
and then you cross crosswalk. Oh, there's George. Our resident Abercrombie model.
Constantina Sekiras.
And you know, right there, grab the diploma, and you'll be right there, and then smile right at George. You good? Perfect. Yeah. Congratulations. You'll go across crosswalk.
Zachary David Tupper.
Right there, right on the X. Congratulations, Zach. Cross crosswalk, bud.
Congratulations.
Alyssa Brianna Yushchek.
There you go, Alyssa. Right on the X. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jorge Eduardo Vasquez.
All right, Jorge. Grab the diploma, and then you'll be right on the X here, Jorge. Right on the X there, buddy. Yep. You go this way, and then down the road. Thank you. Congratulations, Jorge. Oh no, I like the clouds more.
Noah Michael Violet.
All right, Noah. Atta boy. There, and then right on the X here, Noah. Congratulations, Noah.
Stephanie Elizabeth Walsh.
Congratulations, Stephanie. Let's stand right on the X. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Rachel Lillian Wells.
Hey, Rachel, grab the diploma, and then right on the X. Congratulations. So go down and then cross crosswalk. Wait, what? Oh.
Michael Thomas Whipple.
Grab that, Michael? Yeah, that's real too.
Your hand.
Right on the X. Nice job, Mike. Congratulations. Bump, take a level bump. Nice job, Mike. Go across crosswalk.
Well done. Congratulations.
Kylie Ann Whitcomb.
Hey, Kylie. Hey, Kylie, right on the X.
Oh. Oh God, that was terrible. Thank you.
That's impossible, Kylie.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Cleandra Jamel White.
Yeah, CJ. Right on the X.
CJ.
it. So go down across crosswalk. You're welcome.
Savior the shore.
Working?
Yeah.
Rhiannon Morgaine Wing.
Right on the X, Rhiannon. Perfect. Nice job, Rhiannon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you go down and then across crosswalk.
Kyle Matson Wright.
Right on the X, bro. Perfect. He was. Nice job, Kyle.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Joseph Thomas Zakis.
There you go. Right there. Grab your diploma. And then you'll be right on the X, bud. Smile big for mom.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jeff.
Maureen Catherine Zakis.
You're right on the X, man.
What now?
1 second.
Yep.
Perfect. Nice job, Maureen. Do we have victorious? Yep. Perfect. So we're going to go back to Benoit.
Where's that? Victoria Beatrice Benoit.
You grab that one, Victoria? And right there on the X, your professor better give you an A. We're not letting you miss. Yep, and then you'll go across crosswalk. All right, so now you go back to sit, right? Because Mrs. Gay does the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job.
Leonard. I got it. I'm going to use my list. Ryan J. Lovatier.
Boy, Ryan, right on the X.
Congratulations.
Nice job.
Veronica Lynn Kristofic.
Yeah, right on the X, Veronica. Awesome. Nice job, Veronica.
Thank you.
Right after they call Veronica, you three go around the other side, around the back.
Bridget Ann Utz.
Yeah, go ahead and go down there. Right on the X, Bridget.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Bridget.
Nicholas Leonard Seedor.
Attaboy, Nick, right there on the X. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we have Christian next.
Christian Bevilacqua.
Attaboy, Christian. Right on the X. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ariana Shea Egan Spearin.
Yay, Ari. Right on the X, girl.
Thank you.
Matthew Edward Voiland.
Boy, Matt, right on the X. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done. All right, you guys, I'll take a seat. Yeah, we have that all set. Yep. All righty. Woo. So now that we've got everyone back in their spots, before we do the last piece, just a reminder, after we turn the tassels and we celebrate, all the graduates will return to their vehicles, and we ask that everybody stay in their vehicle and where they are until the staff tell you it's time to leave, because we're going to exit in an orderly fashion. Now, for the true moment. Class of 2020, would you please stand? Class of 2020, would you please take your tassel and move it from the right to the left? I present to you the graduates of the class of 2020. You may start to recess.